Mary McLeod Bethune in 1904 had a dream to establish an institution of higher education for individuals of color. Armed with her faith in God, 5 little girls, and $1.50, her dream became a reality. Today, the dream is Bethune-Cookman University, one of the partners of the Public Scholars Program. First, I'd like to thank the Ministry of Education for this opportunity to address the public scholars on this occasion. And secondly, to thank Joshua Roll for that long introduction. Public scholars, today I want to take just a few minutes to talk to you about the power of your dreams. When I think about a 34-year-old Martin Luther King, whose efforts led to the 1963 March on Washington, where he delivered "I Have a Dream" speech. There he would raise the public consciousness of civil rights movement and force us over the next 55 years to be reminded that the power of our dreams is in our hands. When I think about a 36-year-old Lyndon Oscar Pendleton, who on January 10, 1967 would lead the Bahamas to majority rule, becoming the country's first black premier. Sir Lyndon Pendleton would lead the Bahamas to independence from Britain on July 10, 1973, and is considered the architect of the modern Bahamas. Thus, the power of the dream. On February 10, 2007, many persons watched all over the world as Senator Barack Hussein Obama declared himself as a candidate for the White House, evoking Abraham Lincoln's ability to unite a nation and promising to lead a new generation as the United States' first African-American president. On November 4, 2008, at approximately 11 p.m., I watched along with millions around the world. Yes, even in the Bahamas, we were glued to our televisions to witness the announcement that the United States had elected the 44th president in the name of Barack Obama. And on the beautiful January 20, 2009, we watched as President Barack Obama took the oath of office. Public scholars, I want to tell you, this is the power of your dream. In 2015, the Bahamas government, through an able, competent, dynamic leadership of a young lady by the name of Moni Kinsey, came up with a transformative idea to launch a public school scholars program that would serve as an impetus for more public school students to embrace the merit of educational opportunities that the country has to offer. Between 2015 to 2018, 379 students are now graduates of this program, now providing them with an opportunity to obtain a college education. This is the power of a dream. Scholars, I heard Joshua mention that I was an honor roll student at Bethune-Cookman University and Nova Southeastern University, was most outstanding freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior. But what the introduction did not say that speaking to you about the power of a dream. For you see, young people, I want to tell you the story. In 1983, I was a young man who flunked out of the premier high school in the Bahamas, St. Augustine's College. I flunked out not because of bad attitudes, but because of poor academics. I received 3 F's and 2 D's, and had already repeated the 8th grade. And so no other private school would accept me, and the only school that gave this young man a second chance was R.M. Bailey Senior High School. In 1983, a broken child with 2 loving parents and a man by the name of Chuck Mackey, my parents, Edward and Beverly Deveaux, I began a new journey at R.M. Bailey. When I graduated from R.M. Bailey in 1985, I did not graduate with honors, but I was not accepted into the College of the Bahamas for the fall in 1985. So I went to work. I was accepted to the College of the Bahamas for the fall of 1986. But a guardian angel by the name of my high school guidance counselor, Ms. Zoe Powell, convinced my parents that I should attend Bethune-Cookman College in the fall of 1986. I will always remember leaving the Bahamas on Saturday, August 16, 1986, to begin a journey that would transform my life. Can you imagine a young man who 3 years earlier had flunked out of high school, was given an opportunity, a new opportunity of life. I remember the challenge of my college president for new students at the orientation with my parents on that Sunday, August 18, 1986. He challenged us to begin a new chapter, forgetting the past and forging ahead with a new dream. Scholars, my first semester, I worked hard. I went to the library and I hung out with all the smart kids. And at the end of the first semester, I earned a grade point average of a 3.83. I remember how good that felt, and I never looked back with bad grades again. This was the power of my dream. As I began this journey, I want to leave with you young people as you begin your journey 4 simple advice. Today, 162 scholars. I want to give a shout out of the 162, Minister Jeff Lloyd. I want to tell you 9 of them, I went through the book, 9 of them are former nominees in the Bahamas Primary School Student of the Year in 2012. I also see that some students are representing the great R.M. Bailey Senior High School. But more importantly, smart boys, smart young men and young ladies who are graduated with honors in our public schools, who are preparing for the greatest ride of their lives. My advice to you, graduates and scholars, that you must have a dream. Many young men like me, and many of you, are first-timers who are going to college. And so I know that you're excited, and so I know that the parents are excited to be dropping off their bundle of joy to college. But parents, I want to tell you right now, I know how you feel, but I want you to be brave. And I'm going to tell you that the advice that I'm giving you, I'm also giving to myself, because August 19, I will drop my daughter off to school. And so, I'm a little bit nervous too. But know that, young people, as you leave, the power of the dream for you must be that I am leaving the Bahamas to begin a new life, a new journey. And this new journey must take you to a new place. Yes, young people, there are no guarantees, but I can tell you that the college experience will be one that you will really definitely benefit from. I want to tell you just briefly how when I went to Bethune-Cookman in 1986, and I remember all of the students there were 500 and something students who began as freshmen. And my college president said, and I want you to listen,